Hi everyone, my name is Siti Hajar. This is my insect collection video. Locality of insect collection. The locality where I collected my insect is around Industrial Training Institute ILP, Taman Meru, Ipoh, Perak. My insect collection period is between 22nd of November 2021 until 29th December 2021. Materials and methods. Insects are mainly collected using active sampling method. For flying insects such as the butterflies, I use a bug net with adjustable handle which I bought from Lazada. I usually collect insects during evening, which is between 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. I also just handpicking the ground dwelling insects such as the beetle. I tried to use the passive sampling method, which is the pitfall trap. I use my cat's empty wet food can and fill it with dishwasher soap and some water. Then I bury the can in several places. But since the weather in Ipoh is quite unpredictable, this method is quite challenging. So, I opt for the active sampling method since using the bug net is the most effective way for me to catch the insects. But sometimes, I just snatch my cat spray, which is the cicada and the rhinoceros beetle. Well, they need to pay me since I provide them food and shelter. I prepared a killing jar before catching the insects. The killing jar is filled with cotton. Then, I will put several drops of ethyl acetate, which is also obtained from Lazada. To kill the insects, I just put the collected insects in the killing jar. I place the jar under the net. Then, I carefully stroke the net so that the insect would be forced to enter the killing jar. After a few seconds in the jar, the insect will die. All insect specimens were preserved in a preservation jar. I prepared the preservation jar by filling 75% isopropyl alcohol into a glass jar. I bought this isopropyl alcohol from Lazada. Then, I carefully pick the insect specimens from killing jar and transfer it to the preservation jar using a forceps. After several days in the preservation jar, I will pick the insects and put them into a container, then dry them under the sun. Subsequently, after they spend several hours under the sun, I will collect them and store them in the refrigerator before pinning and naming process. For pinning process, I bought the insect pin from Shopee. 5 different sizes of pin is obtained, which is 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Since insects were dry and stored in the refrigerator, they became brittle and fragile. So, I prepared a relaxing chamber to soften their appendages. In a container, I placed the insects on some damp tissue and covered them with damp cloth. After a few hours in the relaxing chamber, the insect's appendages will become softer and flexible. Then, I spread the winged insects on a temporary styrofoam board using several insect pins. I pinned all the insects on the temporary board before the naming process. Insect naming process were mainly assisted by Google Lens application. I capture the photo of individual insects and use the photo in the apps. The apps will show few suggestions of genus and species of the insects. After all of the insect is named and labeled, they were moved to the insect box. I made the insect spinning board from the styrofoam container lid. I wrapped it up with paper so it would be more pleasant to be looked. After that, I pinned all the completed insect specimen onto it. Since I am at home, I can get the insect box that you can provide. So, I bought a big yellow pen and placed the styrofoam board in it. As we are done with materials and methods, we will proceed with collected insect species. I managed to collect 40 individual insects from 8 order, 17 family and 28 species. Now, let's see my collected insect specimens. Thank you for watching my video.